Okay, well, let us begin. And so first we'll just begin with obeisances. At least I want to give my obeisances to all who are here. So Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. And Jai, wonderful Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Maharaj Ki Jai, wonderful Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakha Sridham Maharaj Ki Jai, and of course, wonderful Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. So, Jivana Devidasi joined us in the last few seconds, and Madhavi Devidasi joined us in the last few milliseconds. So, welcome to you both.
Dandavad
right.
Maharaj.
Dandavad, Madhavi, and Jivana.
Dandavad Maharaj. I'm calling
Jivana
from my mother's home. Yeah, my mother's home in Hawaii.
In Hawaii?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. She's kind of on the last leg of her sojourn in this particular body, so we're just here. And I had a chance to call in, so I said, yeah, I'm going to do it.
Okay, very good. And good that you're there with your mum to give her a good remembrance of why she had this body and where she will go by the grace of her daughter and maybe herself too. You probably got her chanting as well.
Yeah, she did do some good things, so that's great.
I'm sure she did. And now we can see Madhavi did it too. Madhavi, Hare Krishna, good to see you. Bueno.
Dandavad Maharaj, how are you?
I am not all right.
Well,
I'm half right and half left, just as I was in Navadi. What a boring person I am. Okay, but here's some life. Here's some life on this side of the world. I've just been joined by Keshavananda Prabhu.
Hi.
We should give a drum roll or a mridanga roll and kartal roll. He's been trying to join us for a few events. Last night he fasted, so he'll be able to get up in the morning. So we need some congratulations to him for his austerity.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. We are in Italy. Okay. All right. So we just gave out obeisance to everybody, welcomed everybody, and welcomed you. Obeisances to you, Keshavananda. And so we're just asking, Kum Didi. It's the first day of Kartik, and we are all coming together. Maybe not for a full hour, because I really need to leave at 1:45. So because we have another program going on then. But one thing is, while I remember, please clarify for us, Praneshwari, what time next week is the program? In Californian time. Just tell us Californian time, and then we'll all work out what time it is where we are.
We are going back to 7 p.m. California Pacific time.
All right. And
7 p.m. as before. It was only this week, the 2 days at 8 o'clock.
All right. So maybe just make a note wherever people check in on the Facebook page or something.
Yes.
So that we know. I'm just making a note myself. 7 p.m. Cal time next week. Pencil, paper, you see, old school. All right. Sorry, Kum Diri, I interrupted you so much, but it's given you time to bring something valuable for us to hear from you. Kindly.
Still nothing of value except so much grace of Guru, so that is all the value that we need, right? But I was remembering once when Srila Bhakti Sudhir Goswami Maharaj told us that he asked a question of Srila Guru Maharaj, is there anything that we can do in this lifetime that's so bad it cannot be fixed in this lifetime? We must take one more birth just to fix it. And his answer is so deep and I thought about it so much, so I don't remember anything except the first sentence of his answer. So I was thinking if you can give more illumination, but the answer is, this is Srila Guru Maharaj, it is the finite approaching the infinite. And I thought so many times, so much about this. And I believe that it means that their kindness is that they're so deeply hoping that we will succeed, that there's no consideration of how bad we are, but that their kindness is far, far, far beyond. Oh, can't hear you. You're muted.
Okay, now I'm here. I understand. Yeah, thank you. So this specific conversation, we probably have to go to the original source, means to Goswami Maharaj, to get it accurately. But we can mention something about one of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Now, whether it was Achyutananda Prabhu or not, I'm not sure. But one of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, he went to visit the Tattvavadis in one place in South India. Udupi is their place in South India. And he went there, he was invited there, I believe, by one of the more generous persons. But then the head of the Tattvavadi section there wouldn't speak to him. And he said he's a beef eater, because we're coming from the beef eater department, which of course from the Brahminical section is like very, 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 I mean, very, very bad. Dog eater is one thing, beef eater is a whole other thing. So anyway, from their standpoint, or from his standpoint, then they were dismissing this devotee of Srila Prabhupada when he went there. And then the question came up, and again, I can't exactly say who said what to whom, but Guru Maharaj told this story, or told this pastime story, you can say, this happening. And that is that perhaps that devotee then was told this, and then so he said to, in effect, this is the substance of it, to ask that man, that senior person, so what is more powerful, eating beef, or the holy name? Is it that the eating beef is so powerful in its negative way that the holy name doesn't have the capacity to bring somebody from that low level? And then he had to concede. No, the holy name is supreme. It can purify everything. There's nothing it cannot bring us from. So I see Praneshri put a quote. Oh, but this is about your mention there. Yes. So this we can say. So not that we continue to eat beef. Obviously, we have this example of Jagai and Madai, when Nitai and Mahaprabhu, they absolved them, or they gave their grace. The condition was you don't continue to do sin. You give it all up. What you've done in the past, we'll have a word with Chitragupta, Yamaraj's scribe, and we'll have a word with him, and he'll throw it all away. And Chitragupta was very happy, because remember, his arms and those of all of his assistants, their arms were aching from continuously writing their sins, keeping their record. So, but they were amazed. How is it possible? But it was not that they're going to continue doing what they were doing, but from now on, do everything properly, clean slate, Chitragupta, or throw everything away. And he and his servitors were stunned. This is beyond belief. We never saw anything like this before. So the holy name is all in all, and the finite going to the infinite, certainly. And here we've got a little quote. This is from Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj, in the foreword of Prapana Jivanamrita. And by the way, Next time you read Prapana Jivanamritam, please do read it from the very beginning. The introduction, forward, whatever other word, there are various parts at the beginning there. Please read it. It's very substantial and important for us. And it is the method that Gurudev gave.
Yeah.
Gurudev said any book we read, we should read from the very beginning, including the introduction, forward, etc. All the way through, starting at the beginning. So anyway, from the forward, so quoting Guru Maharaj, the infinite's most intimate approach to the finite is found in Vrindavan. The infinite's most intimate approach to the finite is found in Vrindavan. The infinite comes to embrace the finite in its fullest capacity, aprakrita, mixing with finite things so closely that people cannot perceive the Lord's transcendental, godly character as the divinity. We, the infinitesimal souls, can attain our greatest fortune when the infinite comes to us in his highest approach, as if he were one of us. His approach is so merciful, so great, so intimate, and so perfect. There we have one quote drawn from your question, Kumkum Didi. This may not be that conversation, but it is the theme. Yeah. And if you, would you like some more words from Guru Maharaj? You know how we're always saying, I mean, stressing to myself and to others. I mean, I'm trying to hit myself and remind myself every day, really how valuable this time is in the course of all time. We've said it so many times that Mahaprabhu, Krishna, Avatari has been here, Mahaprabhu, Avatari has been here, come to give the highest things at the, whatever time it is, worst time or best time, the highest things of any time. And here we are, we've got this opportunity. So we're always reminding ourselves of this, but on this theme, if you give me one moment, I tell you what, Keshavananda, Prabhu, I gave him a challenge the other day. I said, make us all, we were talking to where? I don't, Harkif maybe. I said, make us all Krishna conscious in 3 minutes. So while I find the quote that I'm thinking of now, Kumkum's question has come up, and this theme, I'll just find that quote. Keshavananda Prabhu will make you all Krishna consciousness.
Hare Krishna.
I don't know about myself, but the Vaishnava's power, they can do anything from the lowest condition. Okay, Keshavananda Prabhu, that's your introduction.
Dhanyavad, all the devotees, so happy to see everyone, to see Kumkum Didi. I haven't seen for a long time, and see Australians and everyone, Praneshri, Shakira, Divya Shakti is there somewhere, and Jeevan are there somewhere, and Rupa. I'm happy to see everyone. We had
and Chintamani, Jayadeva.
Chintamani and Jayadeva Prabhu.
Always traveling around.
So we had a long day yesterday with going to Govardhan and coming back to Italy last night and going again today. So the parikram is longer now, but somehow mystically, by heart, we are going there, and then just coming in now and hearing already early in the morning such sweet substance being relished by the devotees. I always, the English word I sometimes remember coming from Guru Maharaj is oh no, I've forgotten it. Is audacious. This word audacious, I remember because I had an awful problem getting it translated into Russian to quite what it was, to be audacious. This audacious project to approach the infinite. And as Prabodhananda Saraswati appealed, oh, please, you're so intelligent and learned and scholarly and devotion, so many things. I'm just begging from you one thing, please, just forget everything you know, just throw it away. It's all useless, and worship the lotus feet of Gauranga. So we're full of that. And we can't, we live in a plane of astonishment, of chamatkara here with Srila Madhusudana Maharaj, and he bombards us with Guru Dev and Guru Maharaj all the time. This book, that book, the other book, yeah, this conversation, that video, it's a wave. So we spend a lot of time in a state of astonishment, and we're reading, amongst other things, we're reading Revealed Truth, this wonderful book, Revealed Truth, which is, you know, we heard Guru Maharaj say that Srila Govinda Maharaj was mystical directly from his lips. He is mystical, and his books are very mystical, as are all these shastras, in that they can rewrite themselves when you're not looking, and you come back and it's a completely new book you've never read before. And Guru Dev is saying there, he's talking about Shabda Brahma, he's talking about the holy name, and he's talking about, you know, that divine sound more generally, the Krishna Katha of the Paramahamsas, and he says, and it's not that sound you can hear with your ears. He says, it's like just a throwaway line, you know, it's not that sound you can hear with your ears. And you're like, wow, it's what you can hear with your ears has its back, it's something, but behind that is something that you can't hear with your ears, which is the unconditioned, sweet absolute coming through, disguised in that sound, coming out of the heart of the Vaishnava, and can change everything, and is, you know, is so wondrous substance. So it's nothing we can latch onto easily with our mental power or any of these things. That's why Prabodhananda Saraswati is saying, you know, all that stuff that you think you know, you've just got to abandon it and come into this, into the presence, or into what Guru Maharaj refers to as the halo of Sri Krishna, which is Sharanagati. Sharanagati is the halo of Sri Krishna. It's another little transcendental gemstone that Madhusudana Maharaj threw at us the other day from Guru Maharaj.
I did not throw it, I gently offered it, presented it.
Gently presented it to us. So, and
I have some more gems.
Okay, Maharaj has found some more gems, so he will gently present them to us. Okay, Maharaj, gently present them.
I'm not going to throw, I may throw something else at least.
I don't mind.
So what came in my mind, Kum Dili, was this, about how the valuable, we're all saying, as I say, how valuable everything is at this time. And the quote that I was looking for was this. I'll give you a little bit before the quote, because it's so sweet. It's about, guess what? It's about Krishna, and it's about Mother Jashoda and Krishna, and describing about Krishna. Well, I'll let her describe it through the mouth of Srila Guru Maharaj. Mother Jashoda thinks he, Krishna, is my son, but some people don't like that I live in peace. So they say he is God, and he is this, and he is that. Why do they say such things? He is my child, but they are so jealous and envious that they do not like that I may stay living peacefully with my son and my husband. They are so envious that they say he is God and he is so and so. Oh, now digital media has its problems. If you touch your thumb to the side of the screen, it disappears. Okay, I'll hold it at the bottom of the screen. They say he is God and so and so. No, simply he is my child. Only they are unable to tolerate that I have such a beautiful child. And therefore they air so many different types of speculation. I don't like these things. And this is all a little ominous for my child. Why should he go to be a god? Human beings are real. This is Mother Jashoda. Mother Jashoda speaking. And then Guru Maharaj, after saying this, as Mother Jashoda says, then Guru Maharaj gives a short quote. Krishnera Jatika Khela Sarvotama Nara Lila Nara Vapu Tahara Svarupa. And then this is Guru Maharaj speaking in himself speaking. Then this is the part I was thinking about. Mahaprabhu taught that the human society is so valuable. Okay, we hear this like all the time. We can get education, we can learn from others, our life, we can make our spiritual life. But here, Mahaprabhu taught that the human society is so valuable. Oh my goodness, I touched the screen again with my thumb. Anyway, something's worth coming
Right,
to.
3 times.
3 times. Oh yes, we have to keep trying. Okay. Again, sorry. Mahaprabhu taught that the human society is so valuable because Krishna is originally in this form. This human society is created after his original social style. And therefore it is so important. Sarvotama Nara Lila Nara Vapu Tahara Svarupa. The human society is created after Krishna's original social style. And therefore it is so important. Hare Krishna. When I read that recently, I also, like Keshavananda was saying, we're reading things and it's like the first time we ever read it, but we've read it many times. I mean, really many times, not 1, 2 or 3 or 4, many times. But different things jump out at us at different times. And sometimes we really think, did somebody add that? Some of the things we read. And by the way, reading with devotees, if we have that opportunity to be with devotees, to read, to hear the talks, we play and audio, and we should watch some videos. We try to keep the morning, evening programs, some variety. But with devotees, then doing all these things is more. There's something always extra, and there's feedback from the devotees, different ways to see the gems. Anyway, this is meant to be our back to basics, but these are our basics, appreciating what we have in our life and appreciating the very things. It's not about, getting tons of knowledge, because as we just heard Prabodhananda Saraswati telling us, actually the knowledge, it's not going to be helpful in the long run. And maybe Keshavananda knows who Guru Maharaj said to one of those like scholarly Western devotees, and Guru Maharaj saying to him, are you prepared to accept that knowledge is poison, that learning is poison? And the devotee a bit stunned. And then Guru Maharaj sitting back in his chair and saying, no, not yet.
Hare Krishna.
And like that. So all these things we hear about, so it must be true. But of course, in our stage also, we need a little knowledge in the sense of just to make our faith firm, to nourish our faith. So, by good luck, we know Mother Jashoda is the mother of Krishna. But in one way, it's not knowledge. That's family. What is it? I know my mom and my dad and my brothers and my sisters. I didn't go to school to learn it. We just, here's your mom and dad, your brothers and sisters. Hare Krishna. Now, yes, Kumkum Diri, something more to add from you?
Well, when you were speaking, I was thinking how this concept of divinity coming in front of us and perhaps looking to us like it's not even divinity. This is Sri Guru also. They appear in front of us and act like, a friend or a parent, or, engage with us constantly. And we can't forget that they're actually on a very different plane, but they'll act like, they need us, or they're just like us. They want to know our thoughts and our opinion, and they want to learn things from us or something like that. But actually it is divinity just walking among us, engaging us, reaching out.
And on that theme, then Gurudev told, and I was surprised to hear it actually from Munindra Mohan, but he told me sort of privately with only myself and him and a couple of people maybe. He told me sort of this privately in Navadip in his room. Just we're often, it doesn't mean he's only telling me it's private, but we're often just together in his room in Navadip. And he was talking one day and talking about this principle of how Guru is Krishna himself coming through the form, coming through the person that we can relate to. And so Krishna himself we must see in Guru. And what Gurudev said to me, which I sort of keeping a little, as my own thing, but then I heard Munindra, when we were walking the other day, we were talking about some things, and he said, oh, Gurudev said such and such. And what he said was that Guru Maharaj gave so many opportunities for me to see him as mundane, as material, as a human, but I never allowed my mind to go there. I never allowed myself to go there.
Yes.
But he said, Guru Maharaj gave me many opportunities. Yeah. So that's Gurudev speaking.
Yeah.
And so we can all learn from this. It is like his heart expression also. I never allowed myself to go there. Mm-hmm. There is something in our brain. We need to have some filter, some boundaries, some fences and walls and whatever else may be there. Mm. But this is from Gurudev. Yes, Kumkum Didi. We must appreciate this. Hare Krishna. Well, Keshavananda Prabhu is with us, and he found the missing spaces in our key jais. Remember, a few centuries ago, we were going through some key jais, and we did have some missing spots. So Keshavananda Prabhu is here with his new Samsung Galaxy Tablet
6 Lite,
which he's very happy with. By the way, as I am very happy with my smaller one, which is light, lighter than the bigger one. We're very happy with these instruments. And he's noted down the missing words. Keshavananda Prabhu has been going through the slokas in the temples, on the walls of the temples in Vrindavan, in Govardhan, etc. And he's got a Sanskrit dictionary. And now, not by matter of learning, but by matter of revealing what is recorded in these places, he's devotionally using his Sanskrit dictionary to help us out. So I'll pass over now, and Keshavananda Prabhu, he knows our difficulties. I revealed the questions we had, and maybe you can go through whatever you would like to go through.
So you'd been through before, yes, but you'd had some holes, basically.
Oh, we had some big holes.
Hare Krishna.
And by the way, when we discussed it here, because we were following on, we're here in the temple, we're doing the key jais, and we're also, checking amongst ourselves who knows what saparika means, etc. And, there are some old devotees here. And it's very good that we learn things which we may have known and forgotten or may not have ever known about our routine that we do. So come to our rescue, please.
Okay. Gurudev. So, well, I received a file that had pieces that other devotees had put together, like Pandita Didi and
Kelly Kadamba.
Kelly. And so I just kind of pieced those together and then found what was missing, or what wasn't, what we didn't know. So, so it starts with Jaya.
Okay.
Did you already do all this?
No, please. No, please.
Okay.
No, we didn't. We
Okay.
didn't cover all these things.
Okay. Which we say all the time. So it's good to know what it means. And of course, like everywhere is center, nowhere circumference. So Jiva Goswami can trace divinity, can trace the dance of Krishna, the sweet absolute in every syllable and every letter. What to speak of a word like Jaya. So Jaya in Sanskrit or Bengali means to be in a state above all others, and more specifically, to be victorious or triumphant or reigning and having one's influence prevail. Jaya. This, we can say, is one way that all of Krishna consciousness can be summarized. Victory, prevailing influence. So we're thinking of Param Vichayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. This is the only objective of the Gaudiya Mat, according to Srila Saraswati Thakur. That is our campaign. Okay. It's not so long because I won't go through everything that we already familiar with. And then a little addendum to that: to appreciate the Jaya of Krishna or of his service or of Guru and Gauranga is really Krishna consciousness itself. To have a taste for that, that is Krishna consciousness. To say that all is for him, that I am for him, and all is for his satisfaction, all can be captured in the one word, Jaya. If we could really give Jaya, that would be everything. That would be everything. So this is the first word, Jai, so many things. And then for the deities, we begin Jai Saparika. So this is important, that it's the first thing after the Jaya. It's not the Lord, it's Saparika. It means his entourage, his family, his associates, his friends. It's not Jai Krishna, it's Jai Saparika. It's the whole family. We've got a whole family, and the Lord has his family. So, so it comes first, Jai Saparika, with his associates. Illustrating from the beginning that our vision of the divine plane is that we aspire to be the servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord. Servant, and aspire to be part of his group. Okay, so we start with the deities, Jai Saparika, and then, oh, am I missing a bit? Oh, where's Sri gone? Hare Krishna. Some of my documents are a bit messed up. Okay, and then at the end, Jew. Jai Saparika Shishi Guru Gauranga Gandhava Govinda Sundar Jew. And Jew just indicates that this is referring to worshipable deities. That's what it means. Hare Krishna, the deities. Then to the Guru, Jai Om Vishnupad. And the Hari Bhakti Vilas says, a disciple, when speaking the name of their Guru, will preface with this and will not speak his name without some attentive, conscious reference as they do so. Like Kumkum Didi was just saying, you know, it can be showing like a friendly mood, a parental mood, many things, but still on Vishnupad. The representative of Vishnu, of Krishna, the Lord, comes in the form of Guru. We are showing respect that Krishna has come in this form. Jai Om Vishnupad. Paramahamsa. These words are just sweet. Srimad Bhagavatam says that Paramahamsa means Vaishnava. and more generally said to be the highest person, the highest sannyasi, the highest type of sannyasi, who is beyond worldly attachment of any kind, and who extracts, like extracting the milk from the water, who sees divinity in everywhere at all times, all places, is sharing that. Parivrajak, one who comes to purify the hearts of people by giving Bhagavat Dharma, by giving the substantial thing, the highest type of human being. They leave home with their only capital being their sincerity, and that they have taken Hari to heart. It's a nice way of saying, maybe Kelly wrote that, I don't know. They have no notion of selfish interest and simply go out to engage others in the universal interest. Service to Krishna. Vrajaka means to move. Pari means about. So they move about a lot. Moving place to place continuously, he who has Hari at heart, and only distributing Krishna Katha. It's their only business, the Parivrajaks. Varya means the best. Varya, like we say, Varya Astatra Astatra, means the best. Literally, it means the choice or preferred. Other times it means an object of affection or beloved. Here it means our guru is the best. Krishna is the most wonderful person. Ashtatrashata, it means 108 Shris. Not just one Shri, 10 Shris, 108 Shris. Shri can mean beauty, charm, wealth, greatness. It means all good things, good fortune, and in such amount and abundance as to be wonderful. An avalanche of auspicious wonder is Shri. They have, so this personality, we're doing the Jais to Gurudev, to the Vaishnava, they have all virtue in great abundance that makes everything wonderful. Full Shri, and with an auspicious and reverent touch. So we've gone Jai, Om Vishnupad, Paramahansa, Parivrajak, Acharya, Varya, Ashtatrashata, Shri or Srila. Srila means one who draws this Shri from others. One who draws that substance from others. One who is always chanting, and one who is always chanting is wonderful. But one who inspires others to chant is more wonderful. So this is another quality of the Srila personality. And Gurudev can just raise his arm and the whole universe starts jumping up and down, chanting Hari Bol, Hari Bol. So that quality, that's Srila. And then there's a few other, sometimes we say Shripad. It means one in whom Shri is present. Or Shripad, Shrimat means resembling or invoking thoughts of Shri. Shriman, in whom Shri is present. So a few variations on this theme. And then I've got an important thing, which is I've got a note there, because maybe I'll have to finish at this note before we even get to these new things, Marks, because the clock here is counting down. But we put a note here that's always good to remind ourselves. It says, Sri Krishna and his entourage are dynamic and infinite. Lord Anantadev, with his 1,000 mouths, has been chanting the jayas of reality the beautiful since before time immemorial, and he will never reach the end of those divine glories. So we can be practical, and the amount of jais chanted and to whom will vary according to time, place, circumstance, and the practical necessities of savor. So they're not set in stone that we have to go through so many pages or this or that or the other. If, you know, according to the time, if we've just been reading the Brihad Bhagavatamritam, then we'll give joy to Srila Sanatana Goswami and perhaps Sri Manasi Ganga or Govind, like that. Of course, we're always going to begin with our deities and with Gurudev. And then how it will manifest may be a little different from even during the day. It's some living substance that we are, you know, being mercifully given some connection with. So we can be alive to that. Okay, beep, beep, beep. My alarm just went off. So we're going to have a part 2. And Hare Krishna.
So this is the taster. I got a feedback coming from somebody's microphone. So this is the what is it? The trailer. Okay, this is the trailer. So yeah, taster. So you got a little taste. So now on Thursday is the 5th of November. So you'll still be here Thursday.
I'll remember the 5th of November. Yes.
You remember the 5th of November. Okay, so let us invite Keshavanandru to actually complete this. That means this is our trailer. The main part is going to be on Thursday. So please join us then. Now we are in the month of Kartik. If you can, do try to join us. I've also asked, and from today on, as soon as the virtual parikramas are completed, they're going to put a URL on the web. And I asked them, please let me know so we can tell everybody where it'll be. Probably on the Gupta, whether, I do not know, the Gupta Govardhan Facebook or the Gupta Govardhan Instagram or somewhere like this. They'll post them. But yesterday, they didn't yet post, but they're very busy. But they said that from today, they will post. So if it's midnight where you are or whatever it is, like with many things, I think also our BBBCs, etc., that we do, I know, and to those of you who do see later, many devotees do see later. So our respect to all the devotees who are watching live and who will be watching. And we ourselves also, we are watching other programs, which we can't always watch at the same time. For instance, Goswami Maharaj live stream class, etc. We can't always watch at the live time, but it's just like, I mean, it's almost like watching live when we are seeing the recordings. So we're happy for those who are also watching afterwards. But Thursday, during this week of the Kartik Parikramas, but Thursday, then we'll hear more about the Jais, because we've got our Jai researcher here. And just a quick addition or something just to mention, yes, we clap for our Jai researcher. And that is him, Keshavanandru mentioned Jew is added for the deities, like the dear deities, like affectionate address. For devotees, it is G, not Geo. So we can just point that out because it is something there. So when we're mentioning a devotee's name or something like this, we'll put G at the end. But deities is Jew. All right. So please do excuse, the clock does tick, or they used to click when they wound up. Now they go whatever they do, whatever sound you give them. But we need to continue this side. Everybody, thank you for being together. Although we can't see you all the time, Madhavi, Jeevana Didi, and Chintamani, Jayadev Prabhu, we can't see you, but we know you're there. To the devotees who will be with us, the devotees who we do see now, Dibya Shakti Didi joined us, and she's always doing seva, you see. She's Dibya Shakti. And she's my twin sister, don't forget.
Jai.
All right. Jai Shri Gurudev, Shri Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj, Shri Bhakti Rakha Shrira Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. And Jai all the Vaishnavas, all the Gurus, and all the feet of all the Vaishnavas, however many you have, past, present, and future. Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Shri Bhakti Madhusudama Maharaj ki Jai.
Sanshi Jai. Swat Artha ki Jai. Please excuse that we have to go, but life is going on. We'll be with you on Thursday at the time Praneshwari mentioned, which is 7 p.m. California time. The clocks go backwards on Sunday.
Yes, Maharaj. Can you please copy the chat? Because this is the homework for him. He has to look for these 4 words.
Oh, your homework.
Okay.
Okay, we're copying it. I think this is already homeworked, but I'm copying it right now. Okay, to be continued. Kumkum Didi, Abhinava Kelly, todos Shakira, South Africa there, todos devotees del Señor Chaitanya, Madhavi Didi.
Dandabad.
Dandabad.
Dandabad, Maharaj.
Dhanyavad.
Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna.